verse 10, chapter 10, verse 14. Book of Hebrews. For by one offering he has perfected forever those who are sanctified. The sanctified are the ones that the license are given to do everything. It is to say that he's already sanctified you, so then he gives you the license. You've been sanctified. Here it is. You're going to live however you wish. Now look, it says, now the Holy Spirit also witnesses to us. The Holy Spirit does what? Witnesses. For after he said before, this is the covenant that I will make, because this was said by a prophet, with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their hearts. And here, hearts is the mind. I will put my laws in their hearts, and in their minds I what? Will write them. Listen, in their minds. It is to say that he gives them a license, but he also writes his laws in your mind, so that everyone does not abuse their license. I can drive my automobile at high speeds if I want, but it is not beneficial because the tickets are expensive. If you're caught and the car can slip, and if it slips, it can land upside down and I may leave with the Lord that night. So then I die, and then when I go before the Lord, I say, Lord, forgive me that I drove so fast. I have nothing to forgive you about. You were the one that lost the opportunity of reigning in life down there. And you violated principles. How are you going to drive at those kinds of speeds? It was raining. What? Don't you think? I am not putting commandments to anyone. You should use your self-dominion and the laws that I wrote in your little head. When you're doing something, don't you hear a little voice that tells you, right? And what do you want? You want to live because someone is watching you, or by the voice that is telling you, don't do that? There are principles that are written. Believers have been called to live in a glorious liberty. Well, do you know that you are perfect? With one offering, he's perfected you. God sees you perfect. Pastor, that God sees me perfect with the misdeeds I've done? Well, if he called you to this gospel, it's because you are tremendously good. I'm saying in the spirit. You are a treasure in what? An earthen vessel. A treasure is valuable. And only the treasures are given license to do everything. But not everything suits you. Pastor, and how long does it take to master that? That takes a while. You have to make mistakes. Sometimes things happen that you don't want to do, but they happen. So there, if you are proud, you say, I'm not going back to church. If I failed, I failed. No, that is wrong. If you made a mistake, be brave to say, this is wrong. I'm going to try to make it better, because God works with that. God says, I like the attitude. He's not conformed to evil or bad things. He knows he's not going to be lost, because this has nothing to do with salvation. You're saved. What happens is that to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to improve. To reign in life, you can't live how you please. Yes, for you to reign in life and enter the kingdom of heaven that's down here, not paradise, here as you're living, you have to take that license and say, this license is subject to the law of the Spirit.